Good afternoon, OslerBrook members. Here we are down in the OslerBrook Golf Academy with James Wicketts, our Director of Instruction, with the second video clip of a little bit of help for you during the winter months to keep your game sharp. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the grip. Take it away, James.
Thank you, Dustin. Today I'd like to show you a good way to get your hands on the club properly with the proper grip. And I'm going to show you a little drill or a routine that helps you get your hands on the club properly. The first thing that I notice with a lot of golfers, when they set their hands on the club, they set their first hand, their top hand on the club, with the club way out in front of them here, and this angle between the arm and the shaft of the club becomes too straight. And what happens here is it sets the club in the top hand more into the palm, and we want to get that club down into the fingers so that this pad here, this palm, can be on top of the club so that you have more control of the club without having to hold on too tight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go from this side here and show you that if you just let your arms hang to your side as you're standing up straight, have the club out in front of you to the side, and let the club sit down in your fingers, this creates an angle between the arm and the shaft of the club that allows the club to sit down in the fingers, so that when you curl your last three fingers around the club, this pad here, this palm, can rest on top of the club, like so. Okay? At this point here, I can bring this hand out in front of me as I bend over from my hips, and now the arm is hanging more vertically with a good angle here between the shaft of the club and the arm. And you can see this palm is on top of the club. I can see about 2 knuckles from my view here, these 2 knuckles. And that's a good grip. It's not too strong, not too weak. It's a neutral grip. Okay, I can see this part of the hand. And now when I place my right hand on the club, the other common fault I see is that people want to feel that club nice and secure in the right hand, especially most people being right-handed. And they get that club in too deep at the base of the fingers, and now that right hand is wrapped underneath the club where I can see the fingernails of my right hand, and that is too strong of a grip for the right hand. So I'm going to move this hand out to where the middle joints of the middle 2 fingers are underneath the club, just curl my fingers around and wrap my right hand over top of my left thumb, and that's a neutral grip with the right hand. Now those hands can work in unison a lot better. They're not fighting each other, and that's a good neutral grip. You can see the club is down in the fingers of both hands. The hands are turned over on top of the club, and that allows me to have good control of the club without holding on too tight. So now from this point here, I'm going to show you a little drill that helps you to see if you're gripping the club properly and the club's in your hands properly. If I just stand up straight and fully extend my arms out in front of me, I can see that the bottom line of this club, the leading edge, is pointing straight up, vertical. So now, this is with my arms completely extended out in front of me. So now when I tip over from my hips into my posture and I just drop my hands underneath my shoulders, that bottom line is now pointing straight away from me. This is the #1 contributor to hitting the ball straight, is how the club is sitting in your hands and how the club is sitting behind the ball at address. So there we go here. Okay. Drop back down. And that's the grip there. I want to feel a little more pressure with the last 3 fingers of my left hand for control of the club, and feel the club in the fingers of my right hand, a little lighter grip pressure with the right hand to allow a full wrist cock. Okay? And that's our lesson for today on gripping the club. If you go through this sequence, it'll sit the club down in your fingers a little better and allow you to get your hands on the club properly to hit straighter shots. If you want any more information and like a lesson, come visit me at the Winter Academy here at OslerBrook. You can contact me by email at jwicketts@oslerbrook.com or by phone at 705-888-5761. Thank you.
Thanks, James. Have a great day, folks.